So you probably just got a bunch of brand new scouts and you're probably fixing to go to summer camp. Well, today we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of Trail to Eagle. But before we get into that, let's talk about today's camp gear. Today's camp gear is the Nalgene 32-ounce fluid storage device. Yours can be plastic, it can be metal, it doesn't matter, but as long as it is durable. I've had this one for several years now and it's yet to break on me. And that's just one, I have 5 of them. And my son has also got 5 of them. We like our Nalgenes, what can I say? But I've also got some that are single wall stainless steel. That way I can boil water if I have to. But you can also have just your plain Jane double wall Yeti style cup. The choice is yours, but you want it to be 32 ounces. That way, if you have to sterilize your water, one tablet and you're ready. So chances are you just got several scouts bridged in from the pack, and it's probably summer camp time, or at least you're probably planning summer camp. And once you hand that list to the scouts asking for their merit badge selection, they'll see it. Trail to Eagle. And almost every one of them says, ooh, a fast way to get Eagle. They're going to come asking you and they're going to say, do I need this? Is it required? The parents are probably going to have a bunch of questions. So today we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of the Trail to Eagle process. Or Trail to First Class, depending on what the camp calls it. So what exactly is that Trail to Eagle process? Well, quite simply, the scouts spend all day at a camp working on scout skills, from knots to fire building, lashings, making camp gadgets, all the things that are between scout and first class. The scout gets to experience what that advancement process is, and depending on the camp could sign them off, or they could send them back to you for you to sign them off. So what are the pros to the Trail to Eagle process? Well, the scouts get a lot of those requirements signed off. Most of the easy ones like knots, lashings, camp gadgets, first aid. But the ones that are time requirements, they usually don't get signed off. But it gets that scout a jump start, a shot of adrenaline, a boost of confidence that they can do this. They just got to try. And for most of them, they're learning from that familiar atmosphere of an instructor-led, not necessarily scout-led, or learning it on their own. And depending on how your unit is set up, that could be the ideal situation. If you don't have a lot of older scouts, then maybe that Trail to Eagle process is probably your better option. Another pro is if this is the scout's first summer camp, giving them an easy first summer camp experience might be beneficial. Instead of having to go from class to class to class to class, most of your Trail to First classes are all in one location. So that having to balance and juggle time along with where the merit badges are located could be a benefit for your scout. So what are some of the cons? Well, those requirements can be done in your troop, and preferably with that older scout-led environment. That is what those older scouts are there for, to teach those younger scouts. You want the scout to have fun at their very first summer camp. That is the idea. That is the goal. For that very first summer camp to be fun, memorable, something they want to go back to year after year after year. And if they spend all their time in one class, well, you know your scout better than I do. That could not be the ideal situation. Depending on the scout, that summer camp could be a great time for them to work on merit badges. If they have a lot of sports, if they spend a lot of time in after school activities, well, merit badges could become an issue. When they're in that class to class situation, they get to experience the cool part about summer camp, The trading post. I mean, every year, my scouts that go to summer camp, they spend a lot of their time in the trading post, buying knives, buying stickers, buying candy, soda, having a great time with their newfound friends, spending time with them on the trails in between classes, an environment that you cannot duplicate in the troop. And one thing that most of us don't realize is if the scout spends their first summer camp at Trail to Eagle, they're not getting merit badges. And when it comes to that next court of honor, when all their friends in their patrol are getting merit badges, they're not. So it can feel discouraging. So pros, cons, they're really up to the unit. Some units prefer to send their first year scouts to that Trail to Eagle class. Personally, my unit does not. We get them through that at camp. But how do we know which one to recommend for each summer camp? Because every summer camp's a little bit different. Well, ask around. Go to Roundtable and talk to the other Scoutmasters and see, hey, how was this summer camp? How was that summer camp? Did you experience the Trail to Eagle class? Is it an environment where Trail to Eagle is in one location or on multiple locations? You can also check their Facebook page. Some of the camps put pictures of the Trail to Eagle process, so you can see what that classroom looks like. And another great resource is the Leader's Guide. Most of the Leader's Guides show what advancements and requirements those scouts are working on. And if all else fails, call and talk to the camp. What does your Trail to Eagle class look like? What requirements are they going over? Are they hands-on or is it mostly instructional? It ultimately comes down to how does your troop operate? Does your troop send scouts to that Trail to first class? Or do they send those scouts to the merit badge classes? Does your troop have really good older scouts that teach the younger scouts? Or are you in kind of a restoration year where you don't have those older scouts and you're kind of rebuilding it now? So having those scouts go to that Trail to first class may be your ideal situation. But ultimately it comes down to how your troop operates and how the camp operates. But now that you've got a pros and cons list, you're better informed and well armed to help your scouts make that decision. Sit down with your scouts, talk to them. So what do you want out of summer? Do you want fun and excitement, or do you want to rank up fast? Let that scout help make that decision. So I've been digging into the analytics of this channel, and I discovered that a lot of the people watching this show aren't really a part of Boy Scouts of America. Not Cub, not Troop, not even crew, not even ship. People that are probably not even a part of this community. So I need your help. Go to Roundtable and tell all the other leaders in your district. Cub Masters, Scout Masters, Assistant Scout Masters, Den Leaders, Committee Chairs, the parents. And maybe through all of that, we can create a better program throughout America. But I can't get the information out if the people that want to see it or need to see it don't even know this channel exists. So go out, please be my recruitment, and tell everyone that you know involved with this program that they need to go over to Scouting on Purpose, subscribe, and then toggle the notifications to all so that they know whenever the new episodes come out. So for my dad jokes, we went camping this past weekend and I shot some video of a couple of dad jokes. I'm just going to share them with you. When is a joke a dad joke? When it's a parent.
Bro.
Y'all want to see my rock collection?
So y'all eating any cool bugs recently? Bro, this June.
Hey. What time do you go to the dentist? 2:30. Nah, those boys really got a kick out of that. So for my Scoutmaster Minute, it dawned on me that I haven't told you the best one ever. And that is, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. You're never going to reach your destination if you don't take that first step. Be it Eagle, First Class, climbing a mountain, or rappelling down the side of a tower. You've got to take that first step. And that is my Scoutmaster Minute. So, if you like what you saw and you want to watch more, click that one right there. But if you're new here and you want to go binge watch all the other ones, hit that one right there. And as always, guys, go out, have fun, and don't forget to scout on purpose.